Hi, this is Marty from Photoshop Arthouse. I'm going to show you how to add speed to objects in your photos. For your convenience, we'll use this photo of a stationary car poised on a southwest desert highway. Its link is in my video's description or project files. I also provided a set of smoke brushes that we'll use later in this video. First, let's convert the photo into a smart object so we can modify it non-destructively. Right-click the layer and click Convert to Smart Object. Next, we'll separate the car from the background and then copy it to its own layer. Open any selection tool, then click the arrow next to the Select Subject button. If Cloud isn't enabled, or you don't see the option, press Ctrl or Command K to open Preferences. Under Image Processing, choose Cloud. Since the processing happens online, make sure you're connected to the Internet. Keep the setting on Faster for best performance. Then click Select Subject. Press Ctrl or Command J to cut and copy the car onto its new layer. Ctrl or Command click the thumbnail of this car layer to reselect its shape, then click the eyeball icon to hide the layer. Make the bottom layer active again. If the contextual taskbar isn't open, go to Window and Contextual Taskbar. In the taskbar, click Remove. Photoshop will remove the car and fill the selection with the background while preserving the car's shadow on the asphalt. Notice it creates a new layer containing the filled-in background in the exact shape of the car, since that was the original selection area. We'll convert these two layers into a smart object by shift-clicking the bottom layer to make it active as well, and either right-clicking the layer or clicking the icon at the upper right and clicking Convert to Smart Object. Make the car visible. Make the car layer active and convert it into a smart object. Press Ctrl or Command J to duplicate it. We'll use this copy to spin the wheel. Hide the copy for now and select the original car. Go to Filter, Blur Gallery, and Path Blur. Uncheck Edit Blur Shapes and drag the path so it starts at the front of the car and ends past the document following the road's perspective. Turn Edit Blur Shapes back on. Select the start point and set its speed to 0 pixels. Then select the endpoint. Make its speed approximately 50 pixels. Then click OK. Next, we'll add a spin blur to the front tire. Make the top layer visible and active. Press Z to open the Zoom tool and drag it over the front wheel. Go to Filter, Blur Gallery, and Spin Blur. If you don't see the controls, zoom out by pressing Ctrl or Command and the minus key on your keyboard. Place the rotation point over the wheel's center. Pull in the side and top handles to fit the shape. Then adjust the feather handles for softness. Rotate the blur ring to control the spin amount. Tweak it until it looks natural. Then click OK. Next, we'll blend it into the moving car. Alt or Option-click the layer mask icon to make a black layer mask next to the active layer. This hides the layer. We'll reveal back the spinning wheel in this layer by brushing white in the layer mask. Open the Brush tool and make sure your foreground color is white. Open the brush picker and pick a soft, round brush. Make its size 35 pixels, the hardness 0%, and the opacity and flow 100%. Brush over the front wheel to reveal the spinning blur through the layer mask. If you'd like, you can repeat the process for the back tire, but for now, I'll skip that step to save time. Press Ctrl or Command 0 to fit the document back onto your canvas. To finish, we'll add a trail of dust and smoke behind the car to intensify the sense of speed. Make the lower car layer active, then create a new layer beneath it by pressing Ctrl or Command while clicking the new layer icon. Rename this layer Smoke. Swap the foreground and background colors so white is your foreground color. After downloading the smoke brush set I provided, open the brush picker and scroll to the bottom. Locate the smoke brush folder and choose any brush you like. Open the brush settings panel by pressing the F5 key at the top of your keyboard or by going to Window and Brush Settings. Under Brush Tip Shape, set the size to 80 pixels. Under Shape Dynamics, set the size jitter to 100, the angle jitter to 20, the roundness jitter to 100, and the minimum roundness to 100 as well. Open Scattering and set Scatter to 70. Then close the panel. Change the smoke layer's blend mode to soft light and set the brush opacity to about 55 to 60%. Position the brush at the bottom of the back tire. Instead of brushing, click and release multiple times. Each click randomizes the direction, size, and angle, creating a more natural, complex effect. Go to Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur. Blur it by 8 pixels. Duplicate the smoke layer by pressing Ctrl or Command J. Add a layer mask to the copy. Then swap the foreground and background colors so black is the foreground color. In the brush picker, choose a soft round brush and brush over the end of the dust trail to fade it out. Lastly, let's warp the smoke trail. Shift-click the bottom smoke layer to make it active as well, and press Ctrl or Command T to open the Transform tool. Let's zoom out a bit to give us more room. Press Ctrl or Command and the minus key. Go to the middle right anchor point and drag it outward to stretch it. If you want to angle the trail, go to a corner and rotate it. Continue to finesse the trail until you like the way it looks. Then press Enter or Return. This is Marty from Photoshop Arthouse. Thanks for watching.